I think we've been here before.
Hey everybody, Life Junior Good. This is P4 MP Games, and welcome back to our Let's Play of 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors off of the Nonary games. The Zero Escape Nonary games collection. Last time, I don't really remember. I think we were in a, I think we recently escaped from an escape room, so now we're just continuing where we left off. A metal grate stretched from wall to wall. I didn't hear nothing but the ladies calling. Beyond it were 2 elevators and the entrance to the kitchen.
The elevators are over there, so that means...
We went into the kitchen through that door and came out on this side.
That means the map was right.
Looks like.
Then let's use it to plan our next move.
Next move?
Yeah, we need to decide where to go from here, don't we?
I mean, duh. That's kind of like common sense, isn't it?
He's right. Let's get started.
From the looks of it, there are 4 possible routes. Let's just keep it simple and call them A, B, C, and D.
Oh.
First, A and B.
They both seem to connect to a room that looks L-shaped.
Yeah, there were 2 doors. But they were both locked. We couldn't open them.
Now, Route C. This goes all the way to the main staircase.
That means it's door 5, one of the numbered doors.
Then do you think we would meet up with the other 4 after this hallway?
I mean, it's possible.
No, I don't think we will.
Oh, okay, never mind. Alright, let me shut up.
Why not?
Look, there by the stairs. See how the gate is opened? When we went into the kitchen, it was closed.
Oh, they've already gone through.
But it's open now. What do you think that means?
They opened it.
Most likely.
And if we take Route C, we're going backwards.
Eh.
That would be pointless.
No, duh.
Then that means...
All 4 looked at the map. What's that mean? What that mean? They all looked at the staircase. It's lazy curve, leading down deeper into the ship.
Route D, then.
D it is.
Yup, Route D.
Why? Just stop doing that. God, it's so annoying.
Then we're set.
Oh my god, let's go. They jogged down the stairs until they reached the C deck.
And everything looks okay here.
Let's check the next deck just to be sure.
Yeah, just like I thought. D deck is totally underwater.
Just like the bottom of the central staircase.
The water gazed back at them, its smooth surface like a great mirror. I'm eating a Nature Valley bar, by the way.
At least the water level hasn't really changed.
Small comfort.
May as well head back to C deck.
What else is here?
There are 2 elevators over there at the top of the stairs. Just like the floor above.
Hold on. These are kind of different. See? There's a card reader on the side.
Oh.
Another strange mark.
Hey, look! It's Lotus's symbol.
Huh?
What?
See? It's the woman symbol with horns on it.
Oh, you're gonna get your ass beat.
That seems like...
Yep.
Oh, ouch, 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 ouch.
What did you expect? Oh, so you got his hair. Lotus had taken hold of Chupa's hair. She began to shake him violently, and he thought he heard a low growl coming from her throat. I mean, you mess with the bull, you got the horns.
What was that about the mark again?
Oh, that's you? No, the fact that you're a bitch. That's true.
Nothing.
No, don't lie. No. He's pretty much calling you a bitch. What you gonna do about it? Such violence. What do you mean? That was completely warranted. Did you ever get to wonder if she was not the devil herself? Oh my god. With an uncomfortable smile, June spoke up.
This is a Mercury symbol. The horns symbolize the wings on Hermes' staff.
Hermes, herpes, whatever.
What? No?
If we can't get this thing to work, these elevators aren't going anywhere.
Oh my gosh, that's not even close.
In other words, we need a key card with the Mercury symbol on it.
Does she still have his hair clutched in his hand? Her hand.
Probably.
I guess we can't get on then. Let's just disregard the elevators for now.
How about this hallway on the left?
Whoa, there's so many doors.
They weren't sure how many, but certainly enough to be discouraging.
Damn it. If we try and search all these, the sun's gonna go down before we've done half of them.
I think the sun already set.
I have a feeling this ship is the only thing that's going to be going down anytime soon.
Oh, jeez.
That's even worse.
Well, we can come back to this hallway later. Let's check the hallway on the other side, shall we?
Time to head back to the stairs.
To their right was a small hallway.
And now the right hallway.
And now, hold on. And now we're back. Quickly, they headed into it. Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. It was approximately the same size as the alcove in front of the stairs. The hallway led toward the stern, and at its end was a set of double doors.
There are doors here too. Well, I guess it's just 4 this time.
Let's open them.
All right, let's start with this one.
Junpei nodded and grabbed the one closest to him. He gave it a small tug and felt it move.
It isn't locked. I'm going to open it.
Don't say anything else. Thrilled to have found an unlocked door, he threw it open. Good, you're learning. Junpei didn't know what to make of what he saw.
What?
Oh! He simply stood, unable to speak. The others simply stared, open mouth. After a few long moments, Santa managed to speak.
What the hell is this? This place is huge.
A massive room stretched out in front of them, more a cavern than a room. Its vastness was oppressive, and it bore down on the 4 companions. It was not empty, however. The entire room was filled with lines upon lines of beds.
Oh, there are beds everywhere.
They were simple things, little more than pipe and thin mattresses.
Is this a hospital?
Hospital. He had at last been able to put a name to the harsh scent that pervaded the room.
It definitely has the smell.
Could be. I see medicine cabinets and surgical tools.
Hey, look there. The 4 doors at the end.
More doors. 3 of them were emblazoned with single-digit numbers made with thick red paint.
The left door says 3. The second door is blank, but the third has a 7. And the rightmost door is 8. There's no doubt. They're numbered doors.
It says that there's... Oh my goodness. There's numbers on them. Of course, they're numbered doors.
Why is the second door blank? That seems kind of strange, don't you think?
No point worrying about it right now. Let's see if these will open first.
Yes, that sounds like a good plan.
Junpei headed toward the doors, weaving his way between the beds. He started with door 3 on the left and moved to the right until he reached door 8.
Oh, it's no use.
Well, of course. If it was that easy to open these doors, what would be the point of the Nonary game? We have to activate the red, or the numbered doors won't... Wait a minute.
What's wrong?
Look, the display on the red. There's nothing on it.
Huh?
Don't you remember?
Oh.
The red at the central staircase? If no one was inside, it said vacant.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But this one...
There's nothing on it.
Right?
I wonder if it's broken.
Only one way to find out.
It's not responding.
All 4 took turns placing their hands up. Wait. All four took turns placing their hands over the red, but it refused to respond. What the hell did I just see? They pulled at the lever and it still did nothing. Vikings say defensive end Everson Griffin has exited his room after his home after 14 hours and is not receiving care. Wait, what happened? As they soon discover. Okay, so he was afraid that somebody was trying to make an attempt on his life. I see. I hope he does get. Apparently, he is getting the care. So I do hope the best for him and his family, and I do hope that nothing criminal comes from this, because honestly, like, home invasions are very scary and very real. I inhale confidence and exhale doubt. I am. Thank you. I am. As they soon discovered, it wasn't only the red for door 8 that was behaving strangely.
How about the red on door 7? And door 3?
None of them are working.
What does it mean?
What that mean?
I knew it. They're broken. Zero sure sucks at maintenance.
No, that's impossible. You really think Zero, who prepared all of this, would make such a stupid, simple mistake?
I mean, it's possible.
Maybe, but that doesn't explain why this thing ain't working.
It was at that moment that they heard a voice from behind them.
I believe the bottom of the device has been removed.
Oh, Snake. They spun around to see.
Snake!
But it was more than just Snake.
Ace! Clover! 7!
Although they were glad to see one another, it wasn't terribly surprising that they had. If it had been the other party who opened the gate in front of the kitchen, it wasn't unreasonable that they'd bump into one another eventually. The rest of Snake's team, however, did look rather surprised.
How?
How did you end up here?
What do you mean?
That's my line?
Right.
Perhaps we should exchange information.
After a moment of silence and surprise, everyone suddenly began to talk, desperate to exchange information. They talked about the rooms they'd been through and how they'd ended up in the same place. Of course, none of it was very useful information, but that hardly mattered. They were happy to simply see each other once again. I added words to that because I'll be honest with you, I wasn't really paying attention. Although the level of cheer varied greatly from person to person, each one of them was wearing some manner of smile. A happy smile, although almost as though they had already forgotten about the death of the 9th man. Who? No, thought Junpei, perhaps that wasn't it. Perhaps thoughts of his death were what drove them to smile at one another. Not in a morbid or hateful way, no. The 9th man had died, but they were still alive, and that was something to be happy about. He died to keep us alive. A sort of simple, uncomplicated joy, Junpei thought. The joy of being alive. Still alive. He felt sorry for the 9th man, but more than anything, Junpei was just happy to be alive.
There you have it. Our half of the story.
His part finished, Ace fell silent. For a moment, Junpei was silent and thought. Then he spoke.
Okay, let me see if I got all this straight. When you guys got here, the bases for the Reds were already gone.
And you looked all over this room, but you couldn't find anything.
Why did you...
So you figured
I thought it was just me who was saying this, but alright.
that there might be something in the hallway with all the doors.
So you went and had a look?
Yeah.
And while you were looking around, you heard voices.
Uh-huh. So you followed the voices and came back here.
Indeed. And that was how we found you.
Why don't we check those 3 Reds again, just in case?
You're right. Huh. There's a long, thin gap on the bottom. I think it's a slot for something. Probably electronic.
Well, this isn't good. If the red is inactive, we can't keep going.
Facts.
Well, what about that hallway over there?
Choking on spit. Oh, God. Oh.
Isn't there anywhere else we can go?
No, there isn't. There are plenty more hospital rooms, but nothing else.
Hospital rooms. That's what's behind all those doors?
Yes. There are a number of individual rooms in addition to this large one.
Oh.
There was a door at the end of the hallway, but it was locked.
There was an astrological symbol engraved near the keyhole, however. I was able to get a good feel of it. I believe it was the symbol of Jupiter.
Not again. Those goddamn things are everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wonder what they all mean.
For a moment, everyone was silent, deep in thought.
While we're asking what things mean, what's the deal with this room?
What do you mean?
I mean, I thought this was a cruise ship, but I can't imagine a cruise ship would have a hospital like this.
Oh. Of all people, it was 7 who answered, and with calm confidence.
Well, I figure it's probably a hospital ship. Chances are it's the Gigantic.
The Gigantic?
Junpei looked confused. So did everyone else.
What is this Gigantic?
7 knit his brows for a moment, then began to explain.
The Gigantic.
Oh.
She was a sister ship to the Titanic, built in the early 20th century. Actually, the Titanic had 2 sister ships, and they looked exactly the same. The Gigantic was said to be one of them. They intended to make her a passenger liner like the Titanic, but World War I began soon after the ship launched. The British Navy took her over and made her a hospital ship. At some point during the war, the Gigantic was damaged by a German mine in the Aegean Sea. She ran aground afterwards, so she didn't end up sunk.
Oh, thank goodness.
What happened to her after that? One theory going around is that a man named Lord Gourdane bought her. Seemed like he'd been one of the few to survive the Titanic sinking. That trauma turned him into some kind of obsessive collector of all things related to the Titanic. Soon enough, the guy wanted the Titanic itself.
Oh.
Which was impossible, of course. It's stuck at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean.
Right, unless if... I don't know if there's been any efforts to try to... I almost just lost my footing and I'm sitting down. How is that impossible? I wonder if there's been any attempts at trying to resurface it. There probably has been. Honestly, I could look it up right now, but I kind of just want to keep going with this. But, no, you know what? Content. Let me look it up. Siri, has there been any attempts to resurface the Titanic? Oh, I'm getting an article from literally the month I was born. In the year I was born. From New York Times. Wow. So there was an expedition back in '96. Sponsored by a Manhattan company known as the RMS Titanic. They had been working for a month to try to salvage any artifacts and sections of the rusting hulk for commercial display. Okay, so did you use the rubber bags? Okay, gotcha. So they went ahead and attached 4 diesel-filled rubber bags to the rusting hull plate and tried to make a breach the surface. Due to turbulent seas, they went ahead and towed it to the Grand Banks of Newfoundland, where the seas were smoother so that they could lift it easier. But the 11-ton section of rusting metal broke free from the towing ship and fell back to the ocean floor. Well, so 2 of the 4 lift balloons apparently broke loose, causing the whole section to sink. So they want to go back to try to make it breach the surface again. So the rusting hulk was found in '85 on the seabed, broken in 2. So the company RMS Titanic was able to recover 4,000 items, and have restored many of them due to the aid of French experts. 150 were displayed in '95 at the National Maritime Museum in Greenwich, England, where 700,000 people paid to see the exhibition, and a new exhibition of 300 items is to open in Memphis in April of '96. Well, sorry, '97. So the raised hull was supposed to be the centerpiece of a large museum display, but now that it's back in the seabed, at least back in '96, it of course, that didn't happen. Oh, and China's apparently making a replica. It started this year. How interesting.
But the gigantic wasn't. And seeing as she was identical,
So you're saying this Lord Gordain bought this ship?
yeah, at least I think I am.
That's impossible. No way we're in some boat that's almost 100 years old.
Pipe down, just pay attention. What, that's it? Well, have you got any proof?
Proof?
Proof that this ship is really the gigantic.
Well, this ship's got stuff that's like the Titanic and a hospital ship. So, I just figured.
Oh, for goodness. Don't tell me that's your only reason.
No, I've got more.
Like?
Well, I mean,
Seven looked around desperately, doing anything to avoid meeting Otis's fierce stare. He scratched his head for a moment, then gave up. Finally, he opened his mouth.
I don't know.
Lotus sighed and shook her head.
I guess your memory isn't back yet, is it?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Hey, whoa, wait a minute. Memory isn't back?
Yeah, what's that mean? He felt legitimately shocked by what seemed to be new and very important information. Everyone else, however, seemed unimpressed. In fact, they all looked at Junpei as though he had said something very strange. Oh!
Yeah?
Your point being?
He decided to revise his attitude for the next question.
Wait, was I the only one that didn't know?
Everyone nodded.
Why?
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell you, huh? I told the rest of them before we ran into you on the stairs. I told them I couldn't remember a damn thing from before I woke up.
What?
Then, almost as if to save Junpei from further embarrassment, what is this embarrassment though? Man didn't know what was going on. They just thrown him into the wolves, man. A bell began to ring from far away. The bell tolls.
Huh. A bell.
It sounds like the clock in the main stairway.
Junpei counted each chime carefully.
10, 11, 12. Huh, 12.
So it's midnight.
It's midnight. Then we've still got 6 hours left, right?
We don't have any time to screw around. Let's get going. We gotta find the missing parts for the Reds.
What do you mean, find? How on earth do you propose we do that?
By looking, duh.
We've looked everywhere in this room. That only leaves one place to look.
One?
Well, not just one.
That's not what it says on the... It's not what it's... Okay, alright.
Wait. Don't tell me you mean we need to search all of the other rooms.
Don't freak out. We've already searched 4 of them.
4 rooms?
We just have to split up the rest between the 8 of us. If each of us can do 6 rooms apiece, we'll have the other 48 rooms cleared in no time.
Where's this extra dialogue?
There are 48 other rooms?
Why have you guys not reading the actual thing? Okay. Her earlier experiences had apparently not encouraged Lotus to trust Seven. Seven scratched his head awkwardly.
Maybe?
I don't know. Okay.
Alright, so everyone knows which area they're searching?
Yeah.
Yes!
Junpei was chosen to search rooms on the starboard side, moving from fore to aft. Is there a reason why that's bolded like that?
We'll all meet up when the clock goes off again. How about in that room with all the beds?
Yeah. Sounds straightforward enough.
I'll shout if I find any of the components we need.
I hope we can find them within the time limit.
If we can't, then we'll just have to come up with another plan.
Right.
Then let's do this.
The details decided, they left to begin searching. Out into the hallway they went, each to the rooms they'd been assigned. However, From far away, Junpei heard the bell ring. It did so only once. It was 1 a.m. already?
It's 1. I better get back to the others.
Oh wow, that was quick. He jogged through the entrance of the large hospital room to find the 6 of the others already
Huh?
there. Ace, Santa, Clover, June, 7, and Lotus. They had gathered in front of the door numbered 8. Or perhaps to be accurate, they had gathered in front of the red next to door 8, number 8.
What are they doing over there?
Had one of them found the missing piece?
What happened, guys?
It was June who answered him.
Jumpy, look!
She was pointing at the red. He pushed through the others until he stood in front of it. Immediately, he knew what she had meant.
Vacant.
Junpei sighed.
Come on, guys. Who was it? I thought we were supposed to yell if we found it.
Well,
Junpei wondered why she was hesitating. The others looked as confused as June, but kept their mouths shut.
What the hell? What is up with you guys?
They all knew something he didn't, and Junpei wasn't about to leave things that way. Finally, Lotus frowned and spoke.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know.
You don't know?
When I got back, it was already like this. There was no one else here. That means I was the first one back, but the missing parts were already back in the red.
What? Let me see.
How does that even... Junpei looked at the bottom of the red again, just to make sure. The slot that had been open on the bottom was now covered with metal.
You're right. It's in there. What about the other 2?
They're the same.
What?
Let me take a look.
Junpei quickly examined the other 2 boxes.
It's just as you said.
Satisfied that they were also repaired, but still very confused, he returned to the others.
Alright, I just want to be sure here. Nobody has any idea what the hell happened here, right?
Correct.
none.
Ace and June nodded silently. 7 raised his hands as if to say, not me, and Santa just shrugged. Only Clover lowered her head and did nothing.
Huh. Wait a minute.
That was when he noticed.
Where's Snake?
Junpei swept his eyes across the room a second time, but Snake was nowhere to be seen. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Does that mean that he found them?
I've no idea. There's nothing to suggest it, but nothing to suggest he didn't either.
I don't suppose we'll know until we can ask him in person.
Well, whatever he did or didn't do, he's pretty damn late. What the hell is he up to?
Maybe he's lost.
Yeah, well, that seems likely. Dude can't see. I don't know how he gets around in the first place.
Usually with his sister, right? Clover raised her head.
No! That's impossible!
Suddenly she was shouting.
Yeah, my brother's blind, but he's got really great hearing. He can get around as well as anyone who can see.
Okay.
So he couldn't get lost. That's impossible.
Okay. Clover had started to shake, and the knuckles of her hands had gone white. All right. She spun around, but before she did, Junpei noticed tears welling up in her eyes.
I'm gonna go look for him.
Not by yourself, and that's definitely a new portrait. I don't know why I couldn't think of what I was gonna say. The words were barely out of her mouth when she began to run.
Hey, hold on, Clover. Wait!
Junpei cried out to her, but he was too slow. She kept going, and before anyone else could react, she was gone.
Well, that didn't work.
They're just giving up? Oh, wow.
Damn it. What should we do now?
Well, that didn't work. Oh, well, I guess we might as well move on without them.
Well, the red is working now.
No, we're not leaving 2 people behind. We should go look for them.
Oh, man. This ain't good.
Oh, yes, what an excellent idea. We just wasted a bunch of time looking for some piece of electronic junk. Now let's waste some more by looking for a couple of idiots.
Then remain here if you feel you must, but there's no time. We've only 5 hours left.
Junpei and the others nodded to one another and took off at a run. In front of the stairs that led to B deck, they decided to split up.
Let's split up.
All right, I'll take this direction.
Then I shall look that way.
I'll be over here.
See you all later.
Soon, only 2 of them were left. Me and June. Those 2 were Junpei and June, who have been a few steps behind the others.
All right, we should go too.
Yes, let's go! But where should we start?
Oh, so we're going, of course we're going together.
Let's see.
Well, let's start with the casino, I guess.
How about the casino on B deck?
Okay, let's go, Jumpy.
They took off up the stairs at a run. Before they knew it, they were there. So was Lotus. She was leaning against the wall, examining her nails.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
She glanced up at him, unimpressed.
Isn't it obvious? I'm looking for Snake.
I'm just not seeing it.
Really? Maybe you need to look harder.
I don't think that's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I've got a proposal for you two. Care to hear it?
What? Okay.
What is it?
Well, I don't like to beat around the bush, so I'll get right to it. Why don't we team up?
I don't like this. I'm just gonna save right now. I'm just gonna save right now. I don't like this.
Team up?
Yeah. What? You need me to explain it to you? I'm saying, why don't we go through a numbered door?
Even if we wanted to, that's impossible.
Why?
Jumpy's bracelet number is 5, mine is 6, and yours is 8.
5, 6, 11 plus 8, 19. Yeah, 19. 9 plus 1 is 0, so nope.
Our digital root would be 1.
I mean, 1. 0? Bro? Wait. 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 plus 8 is 19. 9 plus 1 is 0. Because that's 20. Wait, what? Wait. I'm not crazy. 1 plus 9 is literally 0. So why is it 1? Okay. Yeah. Oh, because it's 10. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. 1 plus 0. Okay, fuck off.
But there's no number 1 door in the large hospital room. The only doors there are 3, 7, and 8.
Then we add another person.
Fuck off.
Huh?
Who?
What? Isn't that easy? 7.
Oh, if we add 7,
Weren't you talking all this crap about 7?
5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 7 equals 26.
And then 2 plus 6 is 8.
The digital root of 26, 2 plus 6 equals 8.
Then the 4 of them could go through the number 8 door. But
Wait a minute. What about the other 4? Ace, Snake, Santa, and Clover.
1 plus 2 is 3. Santa is 3. So 3 plus 3 is 6, and Clover is 4. So literally 1, 3, 6, 4. That's 10. So that's 1.
Well, why don't you add them up?
No, simple enough.
1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10. And 1 plus 0 equals 1. The digital root for those 4 would be 1.
That's right.
And you know the number 1 door isn't in the big hospital room, right?
Of course I know that.
No! Are you saying you'd leave them behind?
Of course not. What kind of woman do you think I am? Once we get off the ship, we could come back and rescue them, couldn't we? Then we wouldn't really be leaving them behind.
Don't try to lie to us. I don't think you do anything of the sort.
Really? Why do you think that?
You remember, don't you? We have less than 5 hours left. Even if we manage to escape, there's no way we could come back to rescue them in less than 5 hours.
Well, you never know until you try.
No, you're not thinking this through. Even if we brought 7 with us, we wouldn't be able to get off the ship. The 4 of us couldn't open door 9.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Yeah, that's right. The digital route for the 4 of us would be 8, so we'd have to add Ace to make 9.
That's right. Unless we bring Ace too, we'll be stuck.
Nose scratched the back of her ear.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Unfortunate. That's all you have to say?
After trying to screw over these other people, that's crazy. She didn't sound particularly bothered by what Junpei said. Nor did she seem particularly surprised.
Well, let's try and find another way, okay? A way to get out of here with all 8 of us.
That's impossible. Are you being serious? And you do know that only 5 people, at most, can go through one of the numbered doors, right? The number 9 isn't going to be an exception to that rule. Regardless, at least 3 people will get left behind.
Huh?
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
The moment he said it, Junpei felt a chill run down his spine.
No. Wait just a second. You're skipping over a really big detail.
Yes, what she said was true, but how Lotus could remain cavalier about so terrifying a prospect was beyond him.
Is that really okay? That means 3 people will die in the end. Are you okay with that? That's just...
Lotus's forehead furrowed.
Do you think I could have a moment alone? There are some things I need to think about.
Probably about that. Well, alright. Junpei and June turned and began walking away from Lotus.
That didn't turn out to be a very pleasant conversation.
Nope.
Yeah.
Junpei's heart felt heavy and his steps sluggish. But he told himself pessimism would get them nowhere.
Well, regardless,
So he forced himself to smile and turned to June.
let's just focus on finding Snake for now, okay?
Who the hell is Shadi Bugatti?
Yes, you're right. We can think about those other things later.
Yeah.
Junpei nodded.
All right. Where should we go next?
Let's go to the first class cabin.
Let's go take a look at the first class cabin. It's really close.
They turned around and took off down the hallway to the left, to their left. Outside of the first class cabin, they found Clover. She was standing in front of the wall. She was staring at a meaningless point on the wall, her eyes blank. Oh wait, we found her. We just haven't found, Snake. Snake! That guy, yes. Let's save it. No, let's not save it. Come on, don't pussy out. Come on. Let's talk.
Are you all right?
Excuse me. He did his best to sound friendly, but Clover didn't respond.
Look, I know you're really worried, but...
You could think of no words to say that didn't sound hollow and fake. Junpei hesitated. Clover was so consumed by worry and fear that Junpei feared it would crush her. Her actions didn't surprise him. She had suddenly lost her brother, who she seemed to have been very close to.
Alone.
Her voice was thin and barely audible.
Alone.
She's trying to say alone.
I said leave me alone!
Oh! Jesus. Suddenly she was screaming.
You're so annoying! Just go away and leave me alone! Just looking at you guys is pissing me off!
Jesus.
Go away, okay? Just go somewhere else! Stop bothering me!
Alright, Junpei was taken aback.
Uh,
Such anger and hate. June's eye had gone wide with surprise as well.
Why are you still here? Didn't you hear me? Huh? Fine, forget it. If you aren't gonna leave, then I'll just...
All right. Let's go, June.
Yeah.
Jeez. He turned and left Clover. As he did, Junpei glanced back over his shoulder to see Clover wiping tears from her face. Wow. Clover had driven home the misery of the situation, but Junpei told himself that getting depressed would get him nowhere but depressed.
We really need to find Snake, for Clover's sake.
No, I think you just need to leave Clover alone. That's it. It's best to push away the misery and depression and force a smile.
So, where do you think we should go next?
Just like that. Well, I mean, let's go go to the hallway with all the rooms.
Hey, why don't we go back to C deck? We can take a look at that hallway with all the rooms.
Okay, let's get going then.
Together, they ran down the stairs.
Oh, it's Ace.
Ahead of them, farther down the hallway, they spotted Ace.
Hey, Snake! Where are you? Answer me if you're there!
What should Junpei do? Okay, so, the last time we went in to talk to them, something bad happened. Maybe we should just let him handle it.
Why don't we just leave this area to Ace? We can go somewhere else.
I don't mind. But where?
Well, let's see.
Let's go back to the hotel.
Why don't we go back to the big hospital room?
Okay, let's go then.
I would have talked to Ace, but I feel like maybe we should just leave that for him. They turned and headed back toward the large hospital room.
Hey, wait. That's...
On their way to the large hospital room, Junpei and June noticed Santa standing next to the number 3 door.
Santa?
Junpei paused. What should Junpei do? Frick. You know what? I'm really thinking. I'm really thinking maybe we should actually go ahead and talk to Ace. So let me just backtrack and actually go talk to Ace.
What is it?
Well, I don't like to beat around the bush. Why don't
Team.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Even if we want, Jumpy, I would. But there's the only.
Then we. Huh?
Who?
What? Isn't 7?
Oh, 5. The digit. Wait a minute. What about the ace?
Nobody.
1 plus and 1 plus the digital.
That's right.
And you know.
Of course.
No!
Of course. Once. Then we would.
Don't try. I don't think.
Really?
You remember. Even if there's no.
Well, you never know.
No. Even if the 4 of us. It is hidden. Seek away.
Yeah. Yeah, the digital.
That's right. Unless.
Well, wait.
That you the number.
Yeah. No. You're skipping. Is that means that's.
You think there's.
That didn't.
Yeah. Well, let's just.
Yes, we can think.
Yeah. All right. Let's go take a look. Are you all right?
Shit, I meant to skip that, but it's okay.
Leave me alone. Fine.
All right.
That's all I hear from her. And then she almost acted surprised that they actually left after she yelled them off. So let's go to the hallway of the rooms.
We can take.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey, answer!
let's go.
With June and Toad, Junpei jogged up to Ace. Hearing their footsteps, he turned to greet them.
Ah, hello there.
Hello.
Snake is... Well, that's obvious, isn't it? I assume you haven't found him yet?
Nope.
Yeah, doesn't seem like you're having any luck either.
I really wonder where he could have gone.
Well, wherever he's disappeared to, we must find him as quickly as we can.
Right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to skip that. Why is she blushing? June's face looked kind of enraptured.
By the way, do you think Clover and Snake are really siblings?
What?
Why would you say that?
Yeah, why would you say that? The question seems somehow odd to Junpei.
Why? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? They don't look alike at all.
You forget. Oh, well, that's true. Ace looked at him for a moment and then spoke.
Yes, you know, now that you mention it, they don't.
Sorry, didn't mean to. Now that you mention it.
Still, there are a great many siblings who do not look like one another. It certainly isn't rare.
Junpei wasn't sure why, or even if he was seeing what he thought he was, but he could have sworn that Ace's face tightened as he spoke.
At any rate, we really must find Snake as soon as possible. The clock is ticking. We really can't afford to waste any time. Very well. Let's get back to the search, shall we? You can leave this area to me.
All right. Let's go, Jumpy.
At June's urging, they left. They found themselves back at the stairs, but Junpei's mind was in turmoil.
Something about that was... I'll think on it later. Like Ace said, finding Snake is our top priority.
Junpei did his best to clear his mind.
All right, where should we go next?
Well, let's go back to the large hospital room.
Why don't we go back to the big hospital room?
Okay, let's go then.
They turned and headed back to the large hospital room.
Hey, wait, that's...
On their way to the large hospital room, Junpei and June noticed Santa, standing next to door number 3.
Santa?
Junpei paused. What should Junpei do? Just talk to him. Junpei and June walked up to Santa.
What are you doing?
What? You can't tell? I'm checking out the red.
Why? Is there something bothering you?
What? It's not bothering you?
Huh?
The guts of this red. Why wouldn't you wonder who the hell put it back in here?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm curious too, but...
Who do you think did it?
Santa's eyes narrowed as he looked at June. She shook her head.
I don't know.
Well, what about you, Junpei? Who do you think fixed this thing for us?
Snake, Lotus, Zero, or someone underneath of him. Maybe Zero?
I think it was probably Zero.
Why?
Isn't that obvious? He's the guy who set this whole thing up.
You don't think that should mean the opposite? Seems to me like that means he didn't do it. I mean, who do you think took that stuff out in the first place?
Probably Zero.
Yeah, exactly. Then why the hell would he put him back in after he'd taken them out himself?
To make you guys waste time.
It just doesn't make sense.
That does though. He just did it to make you guys waste time looking for it, only to put it back to make you guys look stupid and like, oh crap, we just wasted a lot of time, and now we have to go ahead and try to make up the time that we wasted. Does that make sense too? Or am I just dumb?
Why do all that work?
To make you guys waste time. Maybe I'm the dumb one.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I don't think so.
So, what happened then? Who put that stuff back in the Reds?
Junpei furrowed his brow.
So, in other words, one of us is the person who fixed the red.
Santa grinned.
Bingo! We have a winner.
I don't think so, but...
But if that's true, then the person who did it doesn't want the rest of us to know that they fixed it.
Yeah.
But why?
No idea. Maybe if they come clean on that, it means we'd find out something else. Something bad.
Something bad?
Dunno. But whatever it is, it's gotta be worth hiding. Of course, it could have something to do with Snake's disappearance.
You think maybe they did something to Snake?
Yeah.
Junpei stared at Santa. There's something about him that made Junpei worry. At first, he'd assumed the other man wasn't terribly clear, but Junpei was beginning to think he would need to reevaluate that assessment. When Santa spoke again, his voice was quiet.
Look, if you trust anybody in this game, you're gonna lose. You've gotta be careful. The person you trust the most could turn out to be the one who stabs you in the back.
With that depressing suggestion, he turned and quietly walked away.
And that's that, I guess.
Oh, right. I don't like that giggle. Why'd you giggle? Junpei and June looked at each other and smiled awkwardly. Where would they go next? Oh, I mean, we've searched everywhere, so just finish searching. They looked everywhere they could think of, but Snake was nowhere to be found.
Darkness was